What is up, guys? It's Mason once again. In our last video, we had a very disappointing loss against a 1600, so we lost like 23 rating points, if I remember. But yeah, we immediately logged in for the next game, 15+10 time control as always, and let's hope we can get back our rating points. So guys, if you're enjoying this type of content, always remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help me out. So we wanted to go for a landing system, but our opponent plays this Pirc position, which allows us to play one of our favorite variations if our opponent allows it. I was also briefly considering the Koli Zukator. Okay. Should we go for the queenless middle game? I don't want to play this move. I don't know the lines that really. I don't really know the lines that go in there. I could go here, takes here, with the idea of bringing my knight here, like the Maroxy bind. But on this move, there's likeness of him playing this. In which case I could go like takes, but then he can take, and if I take, then he takes. I could also just play c4, and if takes, I take here. Nah, as much as I can't play this position, I will agree to it. Let's go this way. I'm not going to try and attack this on the first move. I'm going to try and develop with tempo if my opponent decides to pin. And basically what I'm going to do is, if he plays bishop here, I'm going to go bishop check. If pawn push, castles queenside. After the king move, then I'm just simply going to bring the... Okay, so he doesn't do that. Fine. So let's keep attacking the weaknesses. If my opponent comes in here, obviously we deal with that. So I'm expecting pawn push. You see, he's already playing the moves that he's supposed to make. I'm not really forcing him, right? Normally, I'd have to play something like this to provoke him to defend with the knight or with something. But I'm kind of just holding out the position and seeing what I can do. This is going to be very interesting for me, since I like struggle with these types of positions. I mean, I could have still gone for that same idea with bishop here and the whole castles. Actually, but the castles to check would not work. So yeah, I think it's a good idea I didn't go for it. I played against a 1900, so these guys are very good with their end games. But as you can see, his pieces won't have the very nice, easy flowing way of developing. Okay. Either coming there or there. And castle queen side. I don't know if I want to play with this isolated queen's pawn type of position. I could also go slowly with this as well. I just hope castling... I feel like if I castle kingside, this is a very quick way my opponent can mess me up. So let's go this way. With this idea. In the last game, I spent too much time thinking. In this game, I'm going to try and not overthink. At least that's my goal. Now this is a very symmetrical position, which is why I said it's going to be interesting. The only advantage here, or the only advantage for me is that my pieces are much more active than my opponent's. So he's going to try and do these moves to gain activity, right? He's going to keep the pin. If he doesn't, I might be a bit shocked. Because going back here, I feel is detrimental. Which, I mean, that would mean... Okay, so what I would do is, if he goes back, rather than instantly chasing, I want to cause him to make a move like this, continuously weakening his dark squares and making this bishop even worse. Because if I go here, he's simply going to go this way, and if I play pawn push, he's going to play pawn push. And I know he wants to develop his knight, so I could even just play this move, which is now popping up in my head. But that doesn't really stop him, because he has this square. Could he also be hoping for me to do that? That way he strikes this weakness. All these things are possibilities. Okay, so how about if I come in this way with my knight, targeting the bishop? King comes up. Actually, I realized something. Oh. Okay, so pawn push, bishop comes back here. Pawn push, this guy's on jeopardy. Because here, king comes up. King comes up. Do I have bishop here? I really consider that. Again, this feels like an overextension, like the previous game. Knight here, attacking this. He's pinned, right? So I expect him to defend it. I go this. Bishop here putting pressure on this guy. What happens? The rook can't come into this. Am I really correct with this? Because I think what was preventing this the first time over here. Actually, the bishop was never there. Okay, so it's now that this option is available. So it wasn't available before. Let's look at this. Let's spend 1 minute looking at this move. Knight jumps in here. I'm expecting my opponent to play. Is there some kind of hidden move he can play that I'm not calculating? Because if the only way to hold it is to play this, after bishop here, there's no way to hold it, right? There's no way to hold it. So all I see is that I'm going up a pawn. I could be wrong. Let's go for it. I don't see anything wrong with it so far. There could be, but I don't see. Maybe there's, again, you know, with openings, there's always this line where you think you are winning something, but then you actually aren't. The only other thing I'm worried about is that, what do you call it? Because we trade off this file is open and then there's pressure. That's the only kind of thing I see right now. But then, if I can force the king over to this side of the board, I think I'm much more prepared to deal with him there. We spent 3 minutes on that move. So if we can even trade off evenly, the good thing is that, I mean, this is a bad piece from our opponent. There's no need to, yeah, if you think about it, this is a bad piece from our opponent. There's no need to try and trade it off. So I feel like he's going to allow it or something. Like maybe this move. Or maybe he doesn't even have this thing. Like, I'm trying to really figure out a way he can stress me out. Here, target this. But then you just have one push, or even have this. Knight goes back, then you can trap the bishop. Yeah, even if he goes here immediately, I'm going this way. I don't have to even think about it. Is this really just me going a pawn up and having an advantage in the position? We'll have to find out. My cake, as I told you in the first game, is still melting. I haven't. Again, the same reminder over and over. Aha, I was wondering what defense he had. So now if he brings the king up, okay, so what I was looking at some point has to do with this, right? So here, actually I have this move in here. The good news, I really have to figure this position. I keep you know. The good news is that look at this. This is very bad. Like you don't want this in your position, right? Even though yes, this was also a target. Again, I don't want to trade off. I don't actually want to trade off because this guy is literally bad. There is like pawn push. If pawn takes, then I take, or pawn push takes, and I have a new avenue to attack. Well, this doesn't really work much anymore. Kind of expecting to play this at some point. In which case, I'm fine with it. I can always reroute my pieces. But my opponent is always going to have his weaknesses. So let's play this one first. Ah, the bishop has a safe square. I don't know why I'm playing that move. I should have just moved the knight. That was my initial plan. Again, if the bishop comes back, you realize that all his pieces are going backwards, you know? Magnus has won a game with all his pieces at the back in a London system. So it's going to be interesting to see. Again, I can play like a preemptive. If he plays this, I'll just take. And after knight takes, bishop back. And I'll just see that, okay, I have the bishop pair. I mean, that would not be a bad idea either. Because this bishop could come alive in the future. But this knight, like, okay, I could replace this knight with this. Oh, I thought I had this, but it doesn't actually work. Takes. You move his knight. Oh, if I have check. Okay, what was I saying? I have check. I don't have check. Wait, I do have check. So takes. No, I don't have check. Yeah. He's coming in here. Or he's going to try and prove. Actually, the bishop still doesn't have any good squares, so I'm not so worried about the bishop as it stands now. But if I played this move first and then he played this, imagine me coming in here, attacking his bishop. If he plays this move, fine, I can take, he takes. And I don't know what I do there. But now if he plays this, it's a problem. I can actually go this way now. Ah, he's going to try and trade off bishop, isn't he? I didn't look that far into the future. Okay, so takes, knight takes, targeting this guy. Knight moves, knight jumps in here, check. This is covered, this and this are covered, so the opponent can go in this way. Ah, wait. I have rook takes, knight takes, knight takes. Wait. Let me calculate this again. Wait. Is it correct? Wait. There should be something here. Rook takes, knight takes, targeting this, defending this. Pawn takes, bishop takes, king takes. My rook has already taken. Okay. Knight takes, no, not working. Not working. Rook takes, knight takes, knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, king takes. It's not working. Anyways, this is still to my slight advantage. If I'm making my opponent's position better, maybe I should have just taken the bishop now. The problem with the bishop is that the bishop can't move now, simply because of the knight. Because once this bishop moves, the knight is just going to move. That's kind of the reason why I'm fitting in a bit now, because I know I have that time. I might play this here, and if I take, I can win this. The back rank is still weak. The pawn push, I'm playing this. King comes in here, I can take. If takes, I take. Check. I don't know. There might be something here at some point I should always watch. So for example, like pawn push, pawn here. Like, so pawn push, pawn push. Let's say king comes in here. Takes, takes. Rook takes, king takes, knight takes here. If you make your move, I can make my move and then take here. That way, after I move again, there's no checkmate, right? I can just block. Ah, sorry. If I take, I'm going to play knight take, and after my knight comes in here, it's going to be ugly. So takes, knight takes, bishop comes in here, rook comes in here, knight comes in here, right? No. Knight takes, bishop here. Knight takes, bishop here. Rook comes in. Okay. Knight takes, bishop comes in here. If the knight retreats, where all the knights actually go? You go here, you can go back, you can go this way. Yeah, those are all like I think bad moves. So I expect maybe like this. If here, then you can go takes, rook takes, pawn takes, knight jumps in, rook comes in this way. I think that makes sense. And I'm hoping I'm right. He could try and switch it up by playing pawn takes and not try and play it knight, yeah. You can't play this because I take. You can't play this because I take. You can't play this because I block. So rook coming in. And after rook comes in here, there's bishop here. And bishop here, he comes in here, takes, king comes back, I come back again. He prevents his knight from escaping here. He does have this move, but I don't think it will come. Oh, the cake is really calling out to me. I could have missed something in my calculation. There's always that possibility. And again, like if we get into a rook and pawn end game, it's not going to matter. It's not really going to matter that I'm a pawn up, right? It's not really going to matter that I'm a pawn. And if anything, worth it, the advantage is going to be here. Sometimes I even think I can slow play it, right? I don't think I need to even rush. I can just double. No need to rush. But when I look at the analysis, I'm pretty sure I missed like one or two things. Like my move, what I was wrong. Like even playing this move, I think it was wrong at the point. Because so far, it hasn't served any purpose. Right? So imagine I was just one move difference. So many things wouldn't have happened. Because by the time he plays this, my knight will be here. So it's a very big difference. So even getting this move is not really bad. It prevents this knight from developing in a very active way. If he doesn't defend this, I'm sure he's, again, this is also a risky move. Yes, I'm mentioning it, but also a risky move because if I don't take my time, so let's say I do play this and he plays b6. I think we should go bishop takes first because it's pinned. And if knight takes, check. Then I just bring the knight back. I have to watch out for this. I don't know about. Oh. So he's going to lose the pawn. He's losing the pawn to maintain the activity, which is respectable. So takes, attacking the knight. King defense. I can then double. That's if the king defends. Knight takes, rook takes. If king defends, I can do something. The thing is that the point, the reason I'm saying that is if the knight moves, right, it's possible for me to go, like, apart from there, and some other squares, it's possible for me to just simply come and attack this guy. And I mean, if he goes here, he's going back into prison. So takes here. He can't move anywhere here, right? It's blocked. So that's why I'm guessing this. And if this, then I'll try and figure out the game from there. He might play something I've not expected and then allow me to take this as well. Okay. Oh, the forward momentum is cut off. So we have a pawn. And now we are leading on time. I was telling someone during the last stream that you should be very careful at this point. The fact that you are having some sort of advantage doesn't mean that you're about to win the game, right? So now the game continues. I was thinking about doing something along these lines. I don't know. Okay, so here, let's say knight takes. Rook takes. Let's see. Here attacking, knight takes. Rook takes, targeting this square. Rook takes, king takes. I'm expecting this move. Kind of hold my opponent's position in. Then my king can try and deal with this. Is there a way I can improve my position before making playing such an idea? Because if I allow him to play this move, I may struggle with that. Bishop, knight, sorry, rook takes, king takes. This rook is cutting off the king from the defense of this side. Right. That just might be. I don't want to overthink it. Again, the bishop is still blocking the knight's movement, so yeah. If he doesn't trade, I mean, he could allow me to go this way and then this way. So here, then I'm sure he's going to take, in which case I still have this advantage of breaking in the center, right? But if I take and then he takes, I don't know if that helps me. But I want to trade off one set of votes. Oh! That was sort of dumb. I really have to figure out the way forward here. Yeah, that was seriously dumb. You could keep coming in this way. I don't know, this is flashing. I keep on thinking I'm having chats. I don't know, I reasoned myself that my opponent would need 2 moves to catch up with me. Again, I shouldn't go for this. I'm the one who's bad with endgames, but I want to try and win this. The most likely result is a draw. If we trade off rooks, this should be winning for me. I mean, if we trade off rooks, huh? Takes, king takes. Again, these guys are more skilled, so I'm likely to trust him. This should be winning. I was thinking about playing this move first, but I want to see if my opponent will try it. If he comes in here, I don't think he can actually do that. But this is where my advantage should come. I'm trying to play on both sides. If I can create a pass pawn here, I'll be very happy. Pawn push, take, pawn push here. So it takes, pawn push. I can take and try and come here. If I can lock the king to one side, I play pawn push, right? But if it takes, I play pawn push here. Takes, I come in here. Oh wait, it doesn't have to trade. Yes, those who know how to play the end game are screaming at me right now. But now there's no entrance here. A4 seemed like a good move, but after this, I don't know what to do. If I play here, he comes in here, I can take, right? If I play here, he comes in here, I come in here. And take, and then he comes in here. Right? King first was the move. We lose this, right? Wait. Check. If king takes, I win, right? Wait. Check, king takes, pawn push, pawn push, pawn push, pawn push, pawn push. Promote the check, wait. Check takes. Check, take, pawn take, pawn push, pawn push, pawn push, pawn push, pawn push. Promote the check. So he's not going to do that. So pawn push, check, he's going to go back. In which case I have pawn push, check again. If pawn take, I have pawn push. Still draw, right? Because pawn push here, pawn push takes, check. No, pawn push here, pawn push takes, pawn push, right? If he takes, I take. But if he pushes, I push. Push, I push. Push, I push. He has the first check, which is very dangerous. The check here takes. King takes. Pawn push. King comes in. This way. He has infiltrate. Here, he goes in this way. But here, let's say he takes, I take, comes in this way. Pawn push check. It takes over here. If he comes in here, I'm going to go this way. I'm realizing that any pawn push I make doesn't work. So, and this time if he comes in here and I come in check, he has to go this way, which allows me to come. Even pawn push here just allows me to take and then opposition, right? The pawn push, nah, pawn push doesn't allow that. So I have to go this way. If he goes back, pawn push. He goes back. The point is to try and win. If he goes here, I take pawn push. Because he has to now move back. Can I triangulate? Okay, we're doing it. If he comes here, we just go pawn push. So he has to go back. He has to go here for the position. Here. These three squares are covered. If he comes here, I go here, takes, I come here, comes in here, I take here. Yeah, I think I can leave it right. Here, takes, here. He can't go diagonally, he has to come in this way. Take, he comes in this way. King comes in this way. If he comes in this way, and start pushing it. I could have made it harder by going back. When he goes back, I come back here. So he has to move somewhere else. If he decides to try and capture this point. I'm expecting to go back. That I think is wrong. And even if you win this pawn, that's a mistake. He could have tried to keep holding on if he went back. Let's integrate it. You can't integrate it. Have to be careful with the technique. And these guys don't resign. He sees that I'm having a 1700 rating and assumes that I can't check it. I mean, I could make a mistake, couldn't I? It's all part of the game. Okay. If I struggle, I'm just going to do it like a bishop. So when he gets to the corner, I'll take my time with it. If I'm actually with the risk. This game is actually longer than the first one. I actually thought this game was shorter, but this game is actually longer. He still has all this. Completely fine. If he goes here and I come in this way, he still has all this, right? And now he goes to one of these back ranks. And I lock in one of them. He goes this way. Just leave him there. Let him wander within the 3 lines I've given him. Yeah, that is it. You can check meeting like a rook. Hey, Queen A5 is the move I played. Ha! In case you're wondering why I'm laughing, if I was playing as black, Queen A5 is what the technique goes in. That's 74 moves. And I almost messed up the end game, I kid you not. Yeah, so I normally wouldn't go for such positions. But I managed to get a very nice position out of it. I'm very sorry. I can't. But we've restored our rating. Except we are down by 1. So yeah, this was very, very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah. Yeah, at this point I just realized. And maybe I almost did, because maybe I played this wrong. But the engine keeps giving me a good valuation. I was here thinking I messed it up. Sincerely speaking, if I didn't see this, I would have been more scared. And here I actually was winning. Because with the way I was playing it, I think I was messing things up. But after realizing that the king can't come forward in any of these squares, I can just take my time, dilly-dally, and then eventually get this position where I'm the one with the pass form. My opponent has to respond to everything I'm doing. And like I said, I could have come back here, go back here, and it doesn't really matter where he goes. I can even just come back here, mess him up, or something, or even just go even this way. Okay, no, so he wouldn't do that. So he would have to go in this way. Then after this, when he comes in this way, now he's too far, right? And I can still move the exact same thing. Actually, it's almost the same, right? Yeah, just whatever. Guys, I think I over-explained. Actually, that's not the reason why. Simply put, the time is too long. Normally, I don't think people want to watch 58-minute videos, but I think I did a very good job elaborating a lot of my thought process. Let's just do this. We'll do the game review and look at some of the moves I thought were sure. Let's see. Who knows? Maybe that H5 move, H4 move I played earlier is what's saving. Yeah. Funny enough, it says my advantage gradually grew, but I missed quite a number of things, but I didn't blunder. Found 3 great moves. So let's see. Yeah, I know all this is theory. Bishop. So he should have gone all the way back here. He should have gone back here to block this diagonal. That way the bishop is no longer pinned. So that's where the problem comes in. And I played knight b5, which is actually the best move. So like I said, this move is too slow, right? If I had played this move, which I think, let me try, which I think would be this. It may not be the best move, but I think there's actually a decent move to play. It's not. Really? I really don't make this too long. So what could have been the move? What would have been? No way. I mentioned this, but I was thinking about this, and in my mind, I thought about this, and I was thinking that what do I do? But I was also like here. You take a camera with check. This is what I was thinking, but crazy. Okay, so he goes back and I play this back. Knight g3 misses something. What does it miss? I'm going to get the key move. I think. Practically win the pawn. I think I did see that. Yeah, I did see this. I did see this, but my calculation felt like it was wrong. Because I was looking at this here, and I was looking that this is a move. Because now if you take and you take, I was thinking I was losing here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You are kidding me. I didn't count the material well. Anyway, this is the exact same, almost the exact same position we had in the end game. But I think I kind of still prefer my line because my opponent's pieces couldn't get too active. Yeah. So did I miss anything in the end game? No, I was flawless in the end game. That's crazy. Except for Queen H4. Like who cares? Like literally who cares? Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. After a grueling and a terrible loss against a lower rated player, we came back and beat a 1900 rated player and gained back our 1800 rating points. Thank you guys so much. And I'll see you in the next Improve Our Chess video. Have a great rest of your day.